Hi, I'm Eric, CEO of Splash Metrix. It says PhD by my name up there. My degrees are in electrical engineering from Stanford, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I have trouble counting to 20. I'll say it again, I have trouble counting to 20. I'll explain. I swim, along with 26 million other Americans who swim for fitness, compete as adults in what's called masters like myself, or participate in triathlons. Now, when you swim, training in the pool, either on your own or in a group, you need to set the pace, which means knowing your split times, your time to reach 50 or 100 yards, and perhaps most importantly, you need to count. Doing sets of 500 yards, count to 20. I teach graduate level classes in signal processing and machine learning, but I have trouble counting in the pool. Turns out I'm not alone. Ask any swimmer and they'll tell you it's not easy. Fitness trackers are all the rage. 45 million smartwatches were sold last year, and you've seen the ads by Apple hyping their use for swimming. But here's the problem. They're great at counting my laps and tracking my yardage, but it doesn't do me much good to stop at the side of the pool after 18 laps to look at my wrist to see if I've gone 20. What I want and what other swimmers want is a solution that provides real-time feedback while we are actually swimming. This is where we come in. We have a solution, a patent-pending solution. Splash Metrix brings to market Splits, the first wearable to provide real-time voice metrics and music for the swimmer and triathlete that works with the smartwatch. Here's how it works. The Splits app running on the smartwatch analyzes sensor data to determine the split time, count, stroke count, etc. Data is transmitted wirelessly to the Splits wearable attached to the goggle strap, which then delivers voice metrics directly to the ear, either through an embedded or attached headphone. You hear, as you're swimming, 159.6 seconds. Here's a demo. That's John, co-founder, three-time Kona Ironman extraordinaire. You'll hear in a moment what he
50.
hears.
Split of 42.5 seconds.
Now let's try it one more lap.
100. 50 split of 44.4 seconds.
Okay, we'll turn the audio off. It's like having a coach in your ear. We do not replace the smartwatch. You get the best of both worlds, the visual user interface on your wrist when it makes sense, and real-time audio when swimmers need it most. We are also designing for open water. If you've ever swum a triathlon, you know the challenge of sighting that buoy, looking back and forth, zigzagging. Imagine getting or hearing direction and bearing. Swim a little to the left, swim a little to the right. How cool would that be? And music. Runners, cyclists, they all train to music. Why not swimmers? Splits can do that too, fully integrated with the smartwatch. There are third-party MP3 players for swimming, but they all require you to futz with little buttons on the back of your head to control the music. None integrate and take advantage of the smartwatch like Splits does. So what really makes us different? We are not just designing another waterproof headphone. Bluetooth technology is such that it cannot stream continuous audio underwater. As soon as the hand goes underwater while you're swimming, you lose connection. We have a technology solution for this, which enables us to use existing smartwatches in order to deliver audio. This is a clear competitive advantage. No other product on the market does that. Kip in the back calls it our unfair advantage. Okay, consumers are no longer willing to spend $150 on yet another fitness tracker when their smartwatch does so much, but they are willing to spend on accessories. 35 million AirPods were sold last year. This is how we position Splits. Instead of trying to compete with the likes of Apple, Garmin, or Fitbit, we become part of the smartwatch ecosystem. There are 26 million fitness swimmers in the US. 9 million of those swim at least once a week. A recent market survey found that 30% were likely or very likely to purchase a swim wearable that could provide real-time feedback and were willing on average to spend $156. This puts our domestic TAM at $4 billion. Swimmers and triathletes tend to be more affluent, and clearly willing to spend on their sport. We are an early stage company. That's not to say we haven't made significant progress. We've validated in hardware and software the technology for transmitting data from the smartwatch. We've done data collections in the pool. We've done machine learning, algorithm design for the sensor analysis. The Splits app is currently under development for the Apple Watch. It's on my wrist right now. And we've engaged some of the best engineers around to be able to complete the hardware. Our founders are engineers, business leaders, and entrepreneurs. Together, we share a passion for the sport of swimming. And we've assembled a real all-star advisory team. Michael Marks, VP of Nixon Watches, Aaron Wiest, the former Director of Innovation Engineering at Nike. That's a cool title, isn't it? Okay, some of his engineers, think Fitbit, or sorry, not think Fitbit, think FuelBand, right? One of the first wearables. Some of his engineers that worked for him will now be designing splits for us. And of course, we're backed by Nextcube to make sure we execute and grow as a company. Now, we've laid the foundation. We're doing a modest raise of $350K in order to complete the prototype. We're halfway there. This is an opportunity to get in early. If you're interested, come see me after the show, but just remember, you'll be investing in someone who has trouble counting. Thank you.